All right, this is a quick tutorial or tip on how to do some sequencing of your modulation in Hive 2. Hive 2 gives you some options on how you can sequence your modulation, and it's pretty easy and pretty fun to play with. And the first way is, you're probably familiar with this shape sequencer that you have down here in Hive. You've got 4 different shape sequencers, shape A, B, C, and D, that you can set up for each sound. So I'll just play a note on the keyboard here. First, let's make sure I've got everything. There we go. And let's go ahead and set up. We'll just do it simple with our good old cutoff frequency here. Set this up. We'll assign this to shape sequencer A. Now we've got a sequenced modulation. Pretty simple here. We can add some more steps to it, and then we can click in here and just kind of randomly create some different shapes there. So that's pretty easy to do, right? Well, another way that you can also do it, and as you can see here, I set up this modulation in the modulation matrix here. You can see it gets set up right here. You can turn that off. Now it's not affecting it anymore. Turn it back on, and it's on again. So that's what's nice about this modulation matrix, is you can turn stuff on and off. Let's go to the next section here in the modulation matrix, and let's do the same thing, but instead of using the shape sequencer to shape the sound with modulation, let's use the sequencer itself. Now, if you hear it, there you go. If I was to randomly change some different transposing, get some different notes in here. Okay, that's all well and good, but I don't know if you knew this, but you can actually just click right on this mod button right here. Now you can see the velocity, the transpose, and the gate rows black out, meaning they no longer apply. So now the only row that applies is the modulation row. So let's just randomly create some values here. And of course you still don't hear that impacting it in any way. It's not doing anything. That's because we've got to do the same thing here. Set this up. We'll again do filter cutoff. We'll assign this to sequencer mod right there, and adjust our little knob there. And now we've got the sequencer actually sequencing modulation, and we can change the value here of the timing. Might be too much. And suddenly we've got a little rhythmic sequencer. So if we add a drum beat, instant techno. So there you go, pretty easy. You can also turn both of them on at the same time. Or one or the other. You can even start adding more stuff to it. Of course, we can do yet another row here. We'll assign this one to shape sequencer A. Add in the other modulation, step sequencer A, or excuse me, shape sequencer A. Or you could even change this over to shape sequencer B. Which would be this row right here. And instantly you get some interesting results just from playing around with this. And so yeah, have fun with it. You can basically set up all kinds of modulation setups here in the modulation matrix and just have a lot of fun with it. Just play around, assign different things to it. Just always make sure when you assign something that you've got to adjust this knob in order to actually hear it. So for example, if I turn all these off, well, actually let's use this one here. That might be a little easier to hear. And we'll see if it's right there, then it's pretty much going to be as if it's off. That'll give it more of a positive value. This will give it more of a negative value. So just keep that in mind whenever you're setting that up in the modulation matrix. And that's it. If this video was helpful for you, please like and subscribe to this channel. And God bless you. Hope to see you again.